The country thus far, that's between the Missouri and Salt Creek, presents an extensive prairie which is very rolling. The eye scans the open distance in vain to find an object upon which it may rest. At times the eye is employed in scanning the coursing of the stream, which may be seen from 10 to 15 miles according to the height of the hill from which you look. Except the scattering trees upon the banks of the streams, there is scarcely a stick large enough for a riding whip. Nothing but the rolling prairie. One hill has not ended before another has begun. If you want to do this trail, even if you just do it through one state, the National Park System puts out these little books for free. This one's Utah. This one's across Nevada, which, I have guides, but these are really nice. This is along the Snake River in Idaho, and this is Wyoming. I didn't have these when I was crossing. I didn't have any. I picked up this one and another one someplace else. So I now have a complete set. I'm very excited. It has going east to west. It shows you where places are and gives you directions. Tells you what it's there so you can pick and choose. I wasn't very well prepared to start on the Oregon Trail. Many of the travelers weren't either. I can't remember when we've been truly dry on this miserable trail for more than a day or two. We are traveling slowly, more slowly than we should, because the horses are sick. You remember how strong and shiny Blackie was before we left home? Now he has worked so hard he is nothing but bones, and he can't pull long before giving out. For now, we're continuing to hitch up these poor half-dead beasts day after day. So we're struggling on, making only a very few miles a day. At this rate, we'll never get to California. Many women just went along with their husbands, but they weren't too keen about the travel. But not this woman. One company moved on except for one family. The woman got mad and would not budge, nor let the children. Her husband drove off and left her sitting. She got up, took the back track, traveled out of sight, cut across and overtook her husband. Meanwhile, he sent his boy back to camp after a horse that he had left. And when she came up, her husband says, "Did you meet John?" "Yes," was the reply, "and I picked up a stone and knocked out his brains." Her husband went back to assert the truth, and while he was gone, she set one of his wagons on fire, which was loaded with store goods. I love her feistiness. They went on, apparently he beat her, and then they went on and actually made it. And though thousands of people did turn back, hundreds of thousands went forward. It's estimated that for every mile of the trail, 17 people died. We met with a sick woman on the road. Ma and Pa went up and spoke to her. She seemed much better and had quite a talk with them. Told them her husband had just died of cholera. We soon passed them, and in about an hour heard the woman was almost dead, and that those whom she was with were stopping to dig her grave. We were astonished at such an unaccountable treatment. We have been living in Oregon about 2 weeks, all of us except for little John, and him we left 12 miles this side of Green River. He was killed instantly by falling from a wagon, and the wheels running over his head. We heard today that a murdered man had been found in a deep hollow a short distance from the road. The man who found him had seen him before and knew him. They think that he was murdered for his money, as he was known to have a considerable amount, and it's thought that his murderers were in the company with which he was traveling. there was the ever-present fear of Indian attacks. Because they were following an ancient trail, of course they ran into Native Americans. Native Americans were following the paths of animals. Trappers and explorers had also used these trails for hundreds of years. So what is called the Oregon Trail is really many, many trails followed by different kinds of people for different reasons. The Pony Express used the same trail. The Mormons followed most of the trail on the north side of the Platte. The overland, the stagecoach, also used this trail. And then finally, the railroad, which made it possible for millions to come west without much difficulty. At the height of the expansion, the military patrolled these roads to keep the immigrants safe from the natives and also to rescue them from their own stupidity. This was really a dumb thing for anyone to do.
You're gonna drown in the puddles of your pain. You reach your hand out, grab anything you can, and pray to God that it don't break. And just when you're thinking that you had all you can stand, it's when you find out what it takes. 'Cause you don't get over it, you don't get past it, you don't get around it, you don't outlast it, and you don't fight it, you don't lose it, you don't believe it, but you don't undo it, you don't get over it, you just get through it. The world ain't stopping just because you got the blues. Look at that clock up on the wall. It's got your number, guess it's time for you to choose if you want to walk or crawl. And life's a struggle, man, we're all living proof. And though our troubles aren't the same, you can't find freedom if you're hiding from the truth. You better learn to play the game, 'cause you don't get